Toji Fushiguro versus Ryomen Sukuna. Throughout heaven and earth, only two characters have fought Satoru Gojo and won, being in the same place at the same time with only air and opportunity separating these two from having the fight of the century. So who would win? The sorcerer killer Toji Fushiguro or the devil himself, Ryomen Sukuna?
When it comes to talking about absolute monsters in JJK, none come to my mind as much as Toji Fushiguro. The father of Megumi, also known as the ultimate picture of strength by none other than Gojo himself, gains all his physical powers from a concept known as heavenly restriction, which had given him an immense amount of strength, enough power to fight the Honored One Gojo and even defeat him at one point, the same Gojo who shifted the world from birth. This is the same Toji who was considered impossible to defeat in a one-on-one fight by none other than Kajaku himself, and the same character that made all curses of any level tremble just by his own existence. At one point being hailed as one of the strongest and fastest characters in the series, we know Toji is comparable to the likes of Curse Naoya. They make a whole point of this Curse Naoya being one of the fastest characters we see in Curse. Faster than the likes of Naobito, faster than the likes of original Naoya, and being way faster than the Disaster Curse. And the following physical stats culminate in a rusty Toji still being capable of killing the Honored One Gojo when he was a teenager. This type of attack gave him mental trauma that followed him up until his fight with Sukuna. As we see proof of this, when Gojo's fighting Sukuna, he has flashbacks to Toji saying he hasn't felt this press since that day. And this makes so much sense when you think about it. The blue at the start of the fight did nothing to Toji. Toji overcame it so easily, and then the red they used post-awakening where he was far stronger still did really nothing to Toji. And it's not like he dodged the red attack. The red hit him directly in the chest and only cracked a couple ribs. While some people might try and cope about how Toji won that fight, at the end of the day, the first fight ended with Toji's inverted spear of heaven entering Gojo's throat and Gojo falling to the ground. And then after all this same Toji went on to hunt down Geto, who was a first grade sorcerer at the time, and then not long after this become a special grade sorcerer, defeat that same Geto and all his curses easily. This same Geto, being no slouch, reviewed as one of the strongest sorcerers in society and a rival to Gojo himself, still was completely unable to do anything to the likes of Toji or protect the Star Plasma Vessel at all. All his curses got ripped apart. The Rainbow Dragon, being one of the most durable curses in his arsenal, gets one shot ripped apart. The special grade curse itself getting domain destroyed no matter what he could do. The fight itself being such a large gap that it reminded me of Megumi when he forced Three Finger Sukuna in the way that it felt like Geto could do nothing. And these types of fights for Toji don't just extend to the hidden inventory arc, we also see these type of things in Shibuya. For example, when we see Toji fight Dagon, who was in his own domain, meaning he should be physically amped, it kinda still just felt ridiculous. Toji was on such a level compared to Dagon that it felt like a one-side fight no matter what. Dagon himself feeling like no slouch as he's a special grade curse who was one of the Disaster Curses, having one of the strongest domains in the series at this point, yet was still treated like a lamb to the slaughter in comparison to Toji. And you gotta remember, this same Dagon was considered unbeatable by the likes of Naobito, one of the fastest characters in the series, who was also special grade curse level. Same with Nanami, who's special grade curse level based on the Mahito fight, and same with someone like Maki, who Playful Cloud, who's just that level too. Even in a 3v1, these characters were not capable of defeating the likes of Dagon, and retreating made far more sense. And don't get me wrong, Dagon thought he was slick. He thought he was unbeatable. He thought that no one there could take him down. He awakened his domain to make himself stronger. And if you think this is just the end, no, we're just getting started. When it comes to comparing characters like Toji, we have to remember he compares to Maki herself. Even when Maki had fully actualized herself in the Naoya fight and had defeated Curse Naoya, she was still considered only just on Toji's level now. And the reason this is so insane is because of Maki's interactions with Sukuna. In the middle of the Yuchi fight, we see Maki fight Sukuna, get some licks on, and even take some punches to the face. This is especially insane when you consider the fact that the physical movement of Sukuna is not nerfed. People might try and argue, well, his curse energy output's nerfed, but that doesn't change the fact that his physical movement is fine, which is stated by Sukuna. Sukuna only really references his CT as being nerfed. So yeah, while there might be a little bit of context that changes how that fight would have went as a whole, it's still important to note that Toji should be physically fast enough to tag Sukuna and also physically strong enough to hurt Sukuna, this being detrimental to his scaling when you consider the fact that Toji has cursed weapons that could potentially give him the edge. For example, the Soul Splitting Katana, which gives him the ability to attack the soul itself and ignore durability, or something like the Inverted Spear of Heaven, which allows him to nullify curse techniques as a whole. But this does bring us to the ultimate question: how does Toji Fushiguro stack up to the devil himself?
Sukuna, the king of curses and an imaginary demon with 2 faces and 4 arms, who was once the strongest jujitsu sorcerer in history. Even before he became a curse, his power was compared to that of a natural disaster as a mere human, as he was the king in the golden age of jujitsu, with his fingers alone being a special grade cursed object that houses only 5% of his true power, and are indestructible to any sorcerer on earth and grows in strength by the day. With Sukuna vaporizing Maharaga and energy energy released from his domain expansion to destroy a massive area in Shibuya that's been calced all the way up to city level, later obliterating Jogo effortlessly with 15 fingers, with Jogo being the strongest of the disaster curses, which places him over characters like Dagon, who can create entire islands with his domain, with characters like Yuki Sukuna turning Kenjaku into a black hole, with them describing the ability to warp space and time, with it even being stated it was going to destroy the entire planet, with the black hole being calced all the way up to small star level, with Sukuna currently fighting Gojo, who's the strongest special grade sorcerer in history, whose birth alone shifted the balance of the entire world, with Gojo's energy being similar to Yuta, which has been confirmed to be boundless, with Gojo himself being stated that he can wipe the entire planet if he wanted to, as Sukuna's presence alone was felt throughout all of Shibuya once he was awakened, as his infinite curse energy is similar to that of Gojo in intensity but different in its overwhelmingly evil nature. Being the pinnacle of cursed spirits, this would place him over revived Naoya, who can move at high hypersonic speeds, blitzing Namo from a vast distance, and is able to overwhelm Kashimo, whose curse technique renders a phenomena that is caused by electricity to be his weapon, optimizing and tuning sound waves to match the natural frequencies of materials, vaporizing irradiated objects using electromagnetic waves, with electromagnetic waves themselves being able to move at the speed of light, with Sukuna being able to react to them at point-blank range, with Sukuna's two main abilities being Dismantle and Cleave, which acts as a form of durability negation, as it's able to adjust itself to the opponent's toughness and cursed energy output, with the author of Jujutsu Kaisen confirming that Sukuna is stronger than the Queen of Curses Rika, a vengeful spirit that Gojo claimed that he would need to risk his life to beat, with Sukuna being so strong that no one in the Heian area, even with training specifically to beat him, can take him down, with his body being so strong that people can't even kill his dead remains in grave wax. This godly power straight from hell is likely why he's spoken about like some deity, as he proclaims himself to be the Fallen, or the devil himself. Uraume respected Sukuna's strength so much that he decided to become his servant and faithfully follow all commands given by the King of Curses after 1,000 years, with Uraume being so strong that he could defeat Choso, Yuji, and many others with a single use of his curse technique, with his domain expansion Malevolent Shrine exceeding even Gojo's, as his domain doesn't create a separate space using a barrier, but rather it places his domain on top of reality directly, with 200 meters of endless durability negating slashes, surpassing any closed domain in the entire series, including Infinite Void. You could make the argument that Gojo was stronger, but Sukuna truly is the greatest sorcerer in history, as Sukuna was able to find a way to bypass Gojo's infinity. See infinity as a physical notebook with infinite pages, with Gojo being the last page. This notebook has a finite length, but the number of pages is infinite. Sukuna's cleave can be compared to someone trying to cut through all of the pages to reach the last one, which is impossible. However, Maharaga's cleave can be compared to someone using a giant scissors to cut the entire notebook in half. However, this was just the opening that Sukuna was looking for. He uses Maharaga's blueprint and cuts through the world, cutting through infinity and cutting through Gojo himself. Sukuna, the imaginary demon who's been feared for hundreds of years, the king of curses who rivals the honored one himself. So I guess it's true. Throughout the vastness of earth and hell, he alone is the malevolent one. Now that the table has been set, who comes out on top? When it comes to this fight, variety is the only thing that matters. In terms of physical hand-to-hand combat, Toji and Sukuna are very relative if you keep it to 15 fingers in Shibuya. Based on how well Maki performed against 15 fingers Sukuna with Yuji, however, Maki did have help and Sukuna couldn't even use his curse technique to the fullest, and Sukuna still had the upper hand. With Sukuna having access to Maharaga and can open a domain that can rip apart reality, as well as multiple abilities like Dismantle and Cleave that can still harm Toji even with the inverted Spear of Heaven, with the only win condition that Toji has against the King of Curses being similar to the way that he defeated Gojo, using his lack of curse energy surroundings and Sukuna's ignorance of the playful Cloud, Soul Swing Katana, and inverted Spear of Heaven, with Sukuna being a character that may let him try this, as he's able to let Maharaga land an attack at the start of their fight. So if Toji takes it 100% seriously from the get-go, he has a chance at taking down the King of Curses. But if Sukuna takes this seriously without holding back and releases his strongest attacks, he can take down the Sorcerer Killer. So in the end, I guess Toji would be used to losing to the strongest jujitsu sorcerers in history. Once to a god, and now to the devil. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kazi. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you guys never miss an upload. And tell me down below, who do you think would win, Toji Fushiguro or 15-finger Ryomen Sukuna? And shout out to Anime Hype House for hopping on this one with me. I literally couldn't have done any of the Toji stuff without him. The link for his channel will be in the description.
I'd like to take a quick second to say thank you to everyone who watched this video, left a like, left a comment. I'd love to interact with them all, and I hope you'll take a second to check out me and Kazi's content in the future, because we both love to make it.
Make sure you guys join the Discord and follow me on TikTok. We're trying to reach 200K, and that'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's it. Love you guys. See ya.